Hello, Gemini. It's Kat here to do your mid-month reading for August. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And those of you who are returning, welcome back. Big shout out to anyone who has liked, shared, subscribed, or hit the notification bell for the channel. Also want to give a shout out to those of you who have scheduled personal readings. I really enjoyed connecting with you guys. It's been awesome. Oh, look, your card. Gemini and Libra. What's going on, Gems? Dealing with a Libra, perhaps? Or you're trying to get justice. Okay. There's something that's going on. For those of you who don't know, this is a reading for the general collective of Gemini. It will not resonate with every Gemini in the collective. Hold on, Spirit. Give me a second. I'm going to have... Spirit's going to pull the cards that most need to... most resonate with the message that most needs to be heard by Gemini. Sorry. It's just moving faster than I can speak tonight. And that's the message that I'm going to speak to, okay? It's not my message to you. It's whatever card is chosen by Spirit. I don't lay cards out and then come back and give you a story. I interpret the cards that come out, and given that interpretation through channeling. So... yeah, 3 cups in your attitude. Time to celebrate. Time to just have some fun. Get together with friends. I think friends are really important to you right now. But anyway. I will go back and read all these cards for you. Fearing the Tower, Gemini. The worst of the worst, huh? Well, it's going to fall apart. Okay. 3 swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, Gemini. Let's see here. What's up with y'all? You've got this winner at all costs in reverse. King of Swords. I think you're dealing with an individual from your past that you're still energetically connected with, who is a winner at all costs that you have basically put on their head through your communication with them. You're basically driving whatever's happening right now where they're concerned. Telling them what's up. Here's the truth. This is the way I see it. This is the way it is. This is what's going to happen. And they're upside down. And they don't like it. And I think your fear of the Tower over here has something to do with that, right? I think that there's this underlying fear that as a result of dealing with this individual, this winner at all costs, this, I almost dare I say, narcissistic personality, that you've kind of put in their place, you've got this fear that somehow the Tower is going to happen. And I think it's not realistic to have that fear right now. I do see a 3 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, and then 10 of Swords here. So I think there was some heartbreak, third-party situation with this individual. There's a Tower moment in the past, but you're not in the same place anymore. That's over. That's done with. And, you know, this 10 of Swords is about being stabbed in the back, right? This is about hurtful communication, hurtful things that were said, hurtful things that were told to other people about you and about the situation that you were in with them. And these are the 3 parties involved in this third party. So, and yeah, basically it was not, you were married to this person and that's reverse. So for some of you, it was either a long-term committed relationship or you were married to this individual with whom you had home, hearth, legacy, right? And perhaps, you know, this legacy that's in reverse is actually the legacy of family dysfunction that has followed you through a marriage and through a divorce and through a third-party heartbreak. In any case, I'm getting a lot of messages here. So that's what I'm seeing here. But definitely you're putting the hammer down. You're using your voice, which I love to see because I know there has been some issue in the past with speaking your truth, trying not to hurt anyone. And King of Swords just basically lays the facts out, you know? Here's the facts, them's the facts, and that's the way it is. You know, expecting this person to change too will never happen, right? It's a 5. It's, you know, 5 is change, but it's changing the way you deal with them. And you've got your King of Swords out. You are in your Gemini power. You know, this is your mercurial mental activity here, just laying it on the line. In the subconscious, death and rebirth. Death is actually in the reverse. So feeling completely stuck, maybe because you're still having to deal with this person, this individual. They may be an Aquarius in your recent past. You've got the star. Yeah. And you've got 2 of Swords here in the near future. So having to make a decision about coming or going, staying or leaving. What do I do now? So I don't know if this situation that you're dealing with them is actually going to come to the end that you want or the conclusion that you're aiming for. And I think you're going to be put in a position of trying to decide what it is you're going to do now. Because you've been reasonable, you've been truthful, you've been tactful, and maybe vicious to some degree verbally, because it looks like, you know, usually this kind of an individual is that way themselves. And so in dealing with them, in order to fight with them and win, sometimes there are words that are exchanged that are not necessarily the most empathetic and compassionate, right? Now, and this is all very calculated. I feel very like emotionless, like kind of calculated. This is how it has to be kind of approach. Queen of Cups is in your conscious mind. And I think even though you've got your sword flailing around, kind of letting them have it, you're still this empathetic person. You know that this isn't how you want to be, how you want to behave, how you see the world. The twins are in there with you right now, back and forth, going, but what about this? But what about that? But what about this? The justification, the rationalization, the empathy, the naivete, the optimism, that gets you into trouble. All of that is coming into play as well. You're having to be this, or you will have to be this if you haven't been this yet so far. But you really are this, yeah? And it gets you here. So in your general attitude right now, you're like, I just want to have a break. I just want to have some time with my friends. I just want to have some time with my family. I just want to be able to have some hope and some joy and some good times. I'm going to ask my friends to support me, and your friends are supporting you. You're spending a lot of time talking to your friends, and they have been there for you and had your back, which is really great to see. And I think some of that has been surprising, how much people have come to your aid in this. And then in your environment, strength. You can say this is Leo, but I think here this is really the taming of the beast. This is taming your inner demons, and I think it all has to do with this legacy of family dysfunction or whatever actually caused this breakup. This could stem from far, far back, But this is being accountable and autonomous and responsible and realizing your part in things and trying to work on those aspects of yourself and resolve them with your spiritual faith, Okay. And then the tower moment. You're afraid of a tower moment. You're afraid this is all going to blow up, like worst case scenario. Right? The building catches on fire, the 2 people are thrown out, lightning strikes, etc. I think that what's going to end up happening eventually is you're going to make a decision with this 2 of Swords to actually reach out to whoever it is that you need to get help in the situation, or whatever communication you need to make it go away. Because I think there's been a long history of energetic tie to whoever this individual is, and I think you're done with it. This Knight of Swords isn't rushing in to say, hey, I've got something to tell you that's positive in my mind. I feel like this is like, I've had enough. I'm going to do what I have to do to resolve what's going on here. So those are the vibes I get. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, we'll talk again going into September. But I definitely am getting that from this read for Gemini right now. Okay? Eight of Wands. You don't want to be communicating with this person at all. You don't want to have to be communicating with this person at all. But you're stuck. You're stuck communicating with them. You're stuck dealing with them. Yep. You're like, can't you just... Oh, yeah. I see the wheel here and split and Seven of Cups. So, like, that's about deciding what you want in your relationships going forward. And the wheel is going to turn. Once this gets resolved, the karmic wheel is going to turn for you guys. It's going to be the end of the karmic cycle. Yep. Going to plan very strategically here. I'm going to say the Emperor is you guys this time. You know? This is playing chess. This is making your moves. This is looking toward the future. This is getting divine intervention, divine intuition, knowing when the timing's right. Listen to your gut on this. See the chessboard under his feet? Listen to your gut on this. And know that, you know, here's the red planet here, right? Mars, Mercury is in Mars right now. The timing is right for you guys to take action and make decisions and plot this out on how this is going to go down. Really seriously take some time to think about it. Because you're going to find yourself in this position where you're kind of blindfolded to which direction you should go in. The only way you're going to get there is to strategize and plan. Scenario A, scenario B, scenario C, you know? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune right now is in reverse, and that's you're stuck. You're not moving anywhere. You're not going to move anywhere until this is resolved. Nothing's going to change for you until it's resolved. So, or dissolved, which is what I said. Freudian slip. So if there's something that you need to do that you're afraid to do, some move you need to make, it's make the move so the wheel will turn. Yeah. And you have no love for having to make this move. There's something here that you're just not compelled to do. You're not excited about it. You're not passionate about it. I think you actually fear it, to be honest. There's something going on here with that. What's that about, Spirit? You don't think you're going to win. You don't think you're going to be victorious. The Spirit is telling you here right now to plan this out. Right? Okay. You have more strength than you think. You don't get the Emperor card because you're not able to do this. You're able to do this. Have some confidence in yourself. Yeah, you just want to walk away. I get it. You just want to walk away. I think you just did walk away. I don't think... Yeah. Tower moment. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want, or didn't want, the big blow up that you saw coming, so you walked away. I think you walked away from everything. Page of Pentacles. There is something that has a potential possibility for foundational money, possibly, here. You guys going through a lawsuit, divorce, something? What's going on, Gemini? Somebody's going through something here. And it feels that way to me. You've made all the right moves. Now you're waiting to see what happens. Because you're trying to build your life for yourself. And this is getting in the way of you building your life for yourself. Okay. So, Spirit, what are they going to do? What is this person that they're dealing with going to do? King of Wands in reverse. They're going to get sneaky and deceptive. And this is like a player energy in reverse, you know? This is the nasty side of the player. Yeah? They don't know what they want either. Queen of Wands. King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Maybe they're the third party. Those two are together. I don't know. I don't think they know exactly what they want. I think that the negative aspects of both those personalities are going to come out in this situation. There's going to be some deception, some cheating, some lying, some stealing. Somebody's being badgered here to do things a certain way. Interesting. Well, let's see who you're dealing with. Let's get an animal spirit card on them. I want to know who this Five of Wands is that you've put on their heads. Who is Gemini dealing with, spirit, in this situation? The swan and the oyster. Swans are like Narcissus, you know, they see themselves as ugly ducklings until they look in the pond and see that they're a swan, and then swans mate for life. So this might have been a soulmate situation. Butterfly transformation, Gemini. Gemini is transforming. And the oyster came up as well, and the oyster was has the pearl on the inside, right? There's something special about the oyster that doesn't get revealed. One more knock. Okay, Spirit, what about them? What are we dealing with from an animal spirit for them? For that Five. Wow. Really? Maybe you don't need to fear this tower moment as much as I thought. Hawk. I think the hawk's you, Gemini. You're very observant. You can see the big picture. Raccoon wearing a mask here. Oh, let's see what this lamb has got to do with this. So I don't necessarily get the lamb energy off them. Maybe you turn them into a lamb from what you've been communicating to them. Let's see here. Oh, this is about you. I asked about them. Okay. So truth is a gift. Sit still and listen to it. Peaceful prophetic patience. This is a message that will be channeled to you. It's not about them. I do get air sign from the hawk, though. What is raccoon? Raccoon is earth. Okay. Let me get the hawk for you guys here. Hold on a second. So hawk says, watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture when the card appears. Fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings, is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. So this is talking about truth and perception of truth. This is talking about a message coming in that will change the course of what's going on. So raccoon. One more here. Okay. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. So possibly your person is a musician, possibly they're creative or they have some kind of artistic bent. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. So perhaps they have an image issue, right? That their ego is tied to their self-image and the perception of others that they are successful. Perhaps that's why they're an individual who feels they must win at all costs, right? Sometimes this person may use a stage name or wear a mask and and that can sometimes work in their favor. Other times it limits who they are, their creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something new? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until the creative ego fear is resolved. So this is basically saying what you're dealing with here and the resistance to resolving this situation is all about ego and perception of them being successful in their life. Right? And when raccoon energy is out of balance, it's very, very competitive, which we know, right, from this. Which we know from this. So when the ego's involved, you know, rationale and truth and having these kinds of discussions can only take you so far because the ego is not rational. Right? The ego mind is not rational. You see the big picture here. You see what should be happening, right? And you've been very, very patient and prophetically so because you know that the divine will intervene on your behalf if this does not get resolved. Seems there is a message coming in. We said there was a message with the hawk coming in. Well, there's a message with the Knight of Swords coming in too, and this is the final outcome. So I don't know who's intervening in your behalf or what that specific message is here, but there will be something to, let's see if we get that in your favor though, okay? Hold on a second, let me grab another deck. I want to use let's use the hush here. Okay. Is this decision going to be in Gemini's favor, Spirit? Is whatever's trying to be worked out and resolved going to end in Gemini's favor, Spirit? Will this issue resolve in Gemini's favor, Spirit? Can you tell us if it will resolve in their favor or no? Please. Okay. Very, very guarded. It's like a carousel horse that just goes around and around and around. Death and rebirth. Okay. So it looks like this thing is going to get resolved. Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of anxiety and stress. Sleepless nights. Going back and forth. But it will get resolved. There will be a death to this situation. You may be a little bit guarded after this. Just have some patience. Spirit's saying it will get resolved for you. One way or the other. All right. Oh, and you get Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like it's going to turn out in your favor. Ace of Pentacles is an offering from the divine with great potential for possibility financially or foundationally. So it is going to turn in your favor. And it will get resolved, but it's going to cause you a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress. And you're going to be very guarded going through all this because it's going to take longer than you think. Okay. All right. Well, so let's get some advice here. Let's get some advice. I just feel like we should go with this psychic one. You know what? I'm going to get numerology first. Apparently that was the right thing to do. numerology first. Okay. So we've got, guys. Can I get numerology for Gemini, please, for the rest of the month of August? Can I get some numerology advice for Gemini for the rest of August? What should Gemini be focusing on for the rest of the August time frame, Spirit? Okay. Adventure. So, I think this is where your friends come in. You know, take some time out. 5, change, 55, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Huh. Okay, new beginnings, adventure, effort. So this is about strategic planning and thought. I think you're going to have to work out whatever it is, the ways this could happen and go down, and think about it, even though it's not necessarily pleasant to do. You're going to have to make some effort here where this is concerned. And that effort might actually be reaching out to someone who can help you resolve it. I'm not sure. But take yourself on some adventures, Gemini, because it looks like for the rest of the month, it's not going to get resolved. So there's not going to be an end in sight this month for you, unfortunately. And you might as well do what you need to do to enjoy your time while you're waiting. And the wheel can't move, so this indicates a need to see your life as an adventure. No one knows what will happen tomorrow. Why not make the most of today? By drawing this card, you have been encouraged to step out of the rut and to experience exciting new things. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, just a couple of minor adjustments can add a little adventure. This is a time to be inquisitive and daring. You might want to rearrange your furniture or experiment with new styles of clothing. Perhaps you could eat a different type of food, take up a new hobby, or go on an overseas voyage. Sometimes a new version of something familiar is enough to shake things up. Even a random act of kindness can be an adventure in itself. Broaden your life experience and therefore expand the growth of your own soul. Because all of this, look at how draining all of this is. This is just sucking the life out of you, right? And then 13 for effort. This card indicates a time when extra effort is required to overcome your current obstacles and challenges as you are now being tested and your attitude is key. Rather than surrendering to self-pity, negativity, or frustration, remember we got temperance a couple times here. We got temperance here. Right? And we'll get temperance here. No, here. Wasn't it? I think. Yeah. No, it was at the bottom of the deck, sorry. Rather than surrender, self-pity, etc. Yeah, okay, you're stronger than you think. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. So pull yourself together and have faith in your success. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to call upon your inner and outer resources to achieve the outcome you desire. And this is about your inner resources too, right here, right? Drawing on your inner resources. Mm-hmm. Rather than to succumb to quick fix solutions, shortcuts, or manipulation, you must plan. See, again, Spirit's saying plan, focus, harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of life. Act with tenacity and drive, with effort and determination. You will break through all restrictions that are presently holding you back. It's just telling you to put more effort into this whole thing in terms of being very, very strategic and not just kind of like hoping it resolves itself. Okay? And you may be, so don't shoot the messenger here. It's just speaking to whoever it needs to speak to. So, all right, Gemini, that's what I have for the mid-month. Hopefully this resonated with some of you who are watching. If it did, please hit the comments or make a comment down below to let me know that it did. I'd be very interested in hearing your stories. You don't have to get into the depth and the details of it, obviously, but just letting me know that it resonated really helps me in knowing that I'm on with the message. Additionally, if you could hit the like button when you hit the like button before you leave, and hit the sub button on the way out if you haven't done so. If you want to hear more about this and it did resonate, then I will be getting back to this going forward, because this has seemed to have been kind of a consistent theme with Gemini, that there is this individual out there that you've been struggling with for some time. So I will keep that in mind as I read going forward. I think it's interesting to say you've got a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands here that you're dealing with who don't know what they want. So, you know, yeah, that's rough, right? Two-player personalities in the reverse. Not good. And I don't know if your other person is involved with someone else, but there was a Three of Swords, and it seems like they can't make up their mind what they want to do here. You know? Or someone can't make up their mind what they want to do because they're getting influenced by this other individual who's Queen of Wands in reverse. So, FYI. You know, patience, 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 patience. Right? Remember who you're dealing with. This is who you're dealing with. The raccoon. I need to be successful. I'm a musician. I'm talented. I need to be looked at as successful in my community. That's all important to me. Could be an Aquarius you're dealing with here. Yeah. Yep. You have the higher perspective here. You get a message from Spirit. Right? You're constantly getting messages from Spirit. Just have patience. This will be resolved. So, that's what I've got for you, Gemini. I will read for you again at the end of the month, going into September, and we'll see how this thing turns around. Okay, guys? Take care. Love y'all. And go out on an adventure. Take some time out for yourself. Get some rest. And then come back and plan your strategy. Okay? Bye, guys. See you later.